Will you look what the cat drug in? Michael McFarland here, McFarland's Corner. I'm back, folks. Back fishing, and yes, today I'm going to give you a Lake Fork daily rundown for April 15th, 2020. I took 14 days off. I stayed at home. I'm not going to talk about it, but I really wish I hadn't. So being off the water and away from my fish has done just that, kept me away from it. And today was very tough because of that. So we've had some conditions over the past 14 days, ups and downs and rain and floods. And the water conditions weren't any different than when I left them 2 weeks ago, Wednesday. But let's tell you about it. Lake level. Well, 3 days ago, it was flooded again. Up until yesterday, it was dropping. But as of this morning, it's 402.76. At the end of the day, 402.75, back stable. That's cool. Stained. Oh my, is it stained? Even all the way down by the dam. Maybe foot visibility, max. More like 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches. There's some variable water. Backwater, Alligator Cove had foot visibility, saw a few bedfish. Water temperatures haven't changed. 63, in fact, they were cooler. This is Main Lake, 63, 65, end of the day. But I heard backwaters, and I didn't really look too much on the backwaters today. I heard the backwaters have dropped all the way from 67, the upper 60s, lower 70s, down to the 63 mark from 3 nights of cold. Yes, again, 50-degree swing from last Monday to this Monday. We had frost this morning, and it made for a very, very tough day. Not being on the water for 14 days, all of those conditions compiled, we zeroed. That's right. I covered a lot of water. I fished shell beds. I fished backwater. I looked for beds and saw a handful. None of them were locked. None of them were catchable. Covered some serious grounds all the way from Oak Ridge down south to the 515 west. Big milk run, hit my shell beds, hit my ridges, my shelves. The lake is a muddy mess. Going to change pretty quickly. It's just that time of year. We're still doing this, folks. Still doing this. So a couple cool things happened today. Number one, had a father and son. It was really, really fun. Enjoyed the two. Man, did they sure stay diligent fishing. And what do you do when you have a wonderful father and son like that, and they bought the Lake Fork Baptist Church puts a wild game dinner every year, and they auction off trips. So they had bought the half-day wild game dinner trip, and they upgraded to a full-day trip. And what do you do when it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you ain't been bit? You offer your clients a free evening twilight. So one day in the future when they come back, I'm looking forward to it. Young man, we're going to get you them big fish pulling on a pole for you. But we'll have them come back, and when we do, we'll make sure we showcase it, highlight for you. But that's what you do. When you have a really, really rough time and you don't catch fish with McFarland Fishing, hey, sometimes that's fishing. But also sometimes I might surprise you and do something a little special for you, even though it's not my fault in this case between not being on the water for 14 days and this conditions. It just was very meritable for me to offer that young man that free comped twilight trip. Other than that, folks, hey, everything's in good shape. There's nobody on the lake. Everybody's, I guess, at home. I did it. I did it for 14 days. I'm back. I'm back to work. And that's just the way it has to be. So I'm sorry. I'm doing all measures that I can to maintain cleanliness. For example, my live well cooler is emptied every day and cleaned out. Anywhere on the boat is wiped down. Anywhere that clients have sat, hands clean, I'm wiping that down the best I can at the end of the day with sanitizers, keeping things neat and clean. It is what it is, folks. At some point, we need to wake up, and we do all need to get back to work. And so that's what I'm doing. I really appreciate y'all for following. Thanks for watching. Ending you on a real cool, flattering note. I didn't realize truly how many of you take heed to what I'm saying and what I teach. I know there's a lot of followers, and I'm so grateful for you. I love you probably more than you like me or the shows that I do. But today was real flattering when my client pulled in some fishing line, And I got a hold of the fishing line and I pulled the rest of the fishing line in. And in came a sandtone jig. Now, this was on one of the spots at Fish. It's a rattling jig. I don't throw this color, but it had the Rage Lobster on it. And I would bet, safe to say, since it was on a hole that I fish regularly, that it's somebody who follows. And I really think that's very cool. It flattered me. Thank you so much that you believe in me. I will never, ever lie to you. I will never, ever tell you something that I don't use and have wholehearted conviction. So hopefully you're catching bigger fish with that Rage Craw lobster on your jigs. I know you didn't on this one because you lost it in the bottom to that wood bass, but we got her back. So thank you, folks. I'm Michael McFarland giving you the Lake Fork Daily Rundown for April 15th, and I am book solid now, so you'll have a rundown tomorrow and the next day and the next day and hopefully the next day and so on. Thank you so much. God bless. Stay healthy.